Hi, I'm in Turkey today, a place where I used to live for 11 years, and I've sampled a lot of beers in those days, and only some of them have survived. In fact, only one large brewery by the name of Efes is still active in the Turkish market. All the other breweries have either closed down or were bought up by Efes, even though one of them, Bomonti, which you will see later in the program, has been allowed to continue their own brew for under their own brand, and that's quite a different beer from the Efes ones. So today I would like to introduce you to 5 different beers, and we start right now. Okay, this one is the Efes Light, as the name says light, because of the calories. In fact, it's got 40% of the calories that other beers have, so they say. It's also very low in alcohol, it has about 3%, and yet we've got the warnings at the back of the bottle, which is basically telling you that neither pregnant women nor car drivers nor under 18s should be drinking this beer. Which of course, I guess in reality doesn't really happen. Seeing that I'm neither of those, I'm going to try and give this a zip. Okay, so here we are with the Efes Light. I'm going to pour this and see what we get. As you can see, it's quite a gassy beer. Has little foam on the top, still quite a nice staying foam, golden color, and we'll try it. It's a very refreshing drink, almost like lemonade with a bit of alcohol, especially very nice in this kind of weather, which we have here, right about 30 degrees today. Very drinkable. So this is the classic Efes, actually the first one that came out from that brewery many years ago. It now comes also in those nice little fashionable bottles actually. Not much to say to that really, apart from for foreign tongues it's probably a little bit strong in taste. Although the alcohol content isn't that big. As far as I know, it's about 5%. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, 5%. So we'll give this a try. Okay, we'll pour this, see what happens. Yeah, you can see this is a bit more beery, actually. Same kind of foam. In Turkey, they're not looking for stable, big foam like in Germany. So let's try. Yes, very strong taste, very almost bittery, but not bad. I mean, really depends what you want to use it for, but I think it's a nice beer for any sort of events in the evening, and not necessarily with dinner, because it makes the food taste funny. Good. So this is number 3 in our series. It's the Efes Malt. As the name says, there's a big, large malt content in there. This one also has 5%, and actually says on the bottle that it's easy to drink and has an uncomparable taste. We'll check that out. Okay, off we go. So the color is already somewhat darker than the other ones, which is probably due to the higher malt content. Yeah, it's quite brownish rather than blonde. Yes, and definitely there's a malty taste, almost like the malt beer that we were brought up with as kids, back in our youth, you know. But of course, we've got the added alcohol. Again, it's a nice beer, and again, something for sort of light summer evenings, I think. Okay, so this is the Efes Special Series number 10. Occasionally, Efes produces these kind of special ranges, just for a year or maybe 2, and to see how it goes with the public. And actually, we found this beer earlier quite nice, so we'll see whether that's still the case with this one. Like I said, it's called Special Series. We're not quite sure what the specialty is about it, but it tastes definitely better than the regular Efes. We'll check that out now. Okay, we'll pour this one and see what happens. This is a nice, strong golden color, as you can see, quite bubbly, foam is nice, big bubbles, but it stays. So let's try. This is definitely a very nice beer. I would even say that's a beer that can be used alongside dinner, alongside any meal, even at lunch. Seems quite light, although it also has 5% alcohol, but again, very drinkable. According to EFIS, it was sort of stored in cold tanks and has been rested in cold tanks for a long time, so maybe that's what makes it so nice. It probably could mean that all the ingredients, the bad ones, went down to the bottom of the barrel, and therefore we have a very clean, nice looking and nice tasting beer. So this is our last beer in the series. It's the one that I was talking about earlier, Beaumonti. So Beaumonti is the brewery that was bought up by EFIS, not quite sure when, but maybe a couple of years ago. And they were allowed to produce their beer under the label that they originally had it. Beaumonti is one of the oldest breweries in Turkey. It's actually in a part of Istanbul, which is also known as Beaumonti. And you can see on the bottle here it says it's 125 years old, so that's quite an age for Turkey, I suppose, which is not one of the big beer brewing countries, of course, but still. The interesting item about this bottle is basically its bottle top, which is a pull ring system, which is not like a normal crown cork, it's like the sort of pull ring system. And you'll see what happens when we open this in a minute. So the pull ring system I was talking about basically works like this, like that. So there's no sort of bottle top that you could collect for any sort of purpose, or inside you got codes for phone competition, what have you. So now we're going to pour this. I mean, this already may sound silly, but the sound of actually pouring this into the glass already makes it sound like a real beer. And you can see the foam is a bit better than the rest of them. It's a bit higher. It's got exactly the kind of amount of bubbles you should sort of have, which is one sort of center in the middle and going up like that, not multiple ones. So let's try and see the taste. Yes, again, a very malty beer. I think it's better than EFIS, to be honest. Sorry to say that, but it drinks very nicely. It's a heavy beer, for sure. I wouldn't want to drink too many bottles of that, otherwise you don't know what's going to happen. But it's nice, it's heavy, and it's probably the most real beer that Turkey produces. So, final marks on this one is basically that this one is a girl's drink, really. This one is a kid's drink with a bit of alcohol. This one is acceptable if you're not looking for much. This one is almost perfect, very good beer, nice to drink. And this one is, of course, I think the best Turkey has to offer. Thank you very much.